Hello, hello. Let's just check in on what's going on now, because Don McGahn is supposed to testify in front of a Democratic-led congressional committee tomorrow. And the White House is saying, nope, he's not going to do it. Even they're saying he should defy this subpoena. And someone, I think it was, I do not know how to pronounce his name properly, Representative Sisselin, something like that. I'm sorry if I have just butchered your name. Cicilne, something like that. He actually said on the news that if McGahn does not testify tomorrow, then it is time to open an impeachment inquiry in the House, because the White House trying to block all of this is no good. No good at all. Trump also just lost. There's the boo-boo Zen kitty. Trump also just lost in the court, who said that his accounting firm does have to turn over Trump's financial records to the committee, which they were trying to stop, saying they don't have any valid reason, they don't have oversight, no. And the judge said, you're adorable. All right. So what's going on with McGahn and impeachment hearing possibilities, and what have you got? Oh, great divine spirit and guides who are having to work overtime, trying to help people get through all this ridiculous nonsense. So what do you have to tell us? A lot. That's the answer I got. There's a lot to talk about. There's going to be a lot to talk about. It's like, okay, well, give us something specific. Well, that's McGahn testifying, so that's what this is about. So whether he does or he doesn't, that is definitely the card for the reading. That's definitely what the reading's about. In the past, the Trump world and the Republicans, they've gotten away with everything. La la la, it's just been party time in Trump world. And he did not realize how good he had it with both a Senate and a House of Representatives that were controlled by Republicans. Trump did. So the reading temperance, that's what Pelosi's going to be saying. That's what some of the older statesmen kind of people are going to be saying. We need to calm this down. Don't, Base of the reading. Big forces. Big. These are 21 is this is the top major arcana card, which is often like a completion of a major completion, or the culmination, or a big thing. The star card, while it is only 17, it is still pretty high up there, and it is the card of hope. And this whole thing is being buoyed from underneath by these forces that are kind of pushing it up, because both of these are buoyant forces that push things to the surface. Big, important things that otherwise would not be at the surface, above the reading. Whew, so many things to bring to the surface. It's like netting fish in a barrel. Just put your net in and there's one, there's one, there's one, there's one. so many things being the forces, the big forces of beyond just pushing this, the forces of the universe pushing this. Near future. We'll see what the cards say, but this feels like he doesn't. He walks away from the subpoena. He doesn't testify. And then he's in trouble for it. I would love to say this is McGahn walking away after leaving all of this important information. And then he's taken apart by the Republicans or Trump or something like that. But what this feels a bit empty. It feels like a kind of empty chamber. Home environment, those are the investigators. That makes sense. Hopes and fears. Hoping to avoid it. The last time the White House said that McGahn shouldn't testify in front of committee, McGahn basically just weaseled out and said, well, committee and Trump, White House, you guys work it out, I'll be over here, which is garbage, but that's what he did. And this is anywhere but here. I want to be anywhere but here. What other people see? Democrats building the impeachment case. Building, I don't know if they formally started, but definite, carefully laid out, steadily building. They've not given up. It may feel like it sometimes. Final outcome. It's back and forth, and these are the words actually coming to my head. Back and forth. It's a hurry up and wait kind of thing. We do these things, it doesn't work, it gets thrown back here. It feels like ultimately we get to a point where we get to another culmination. This is McGahn bringing important emotional information out to the American public, but it feels like it doesn't feel like a straight shot. It feels like and this is kind of empty, and then there's quick move, and then it's almost like it gets thrown back here, and then thrown again, and then eventually we get to here. Needlessly complicated, that's what it feels like. It does not need to be this complicated. It should not be this complicated. It feels this complicated. So any qualifiers on that? Will he testify? Will he not testify? Will he be held in contempt of court? Contempt of Congress, sorry. He's going to try to negotiate. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what sign he is, but he's a very emotional creature, and he wants to be the hero of the story all the time. And I would have a lot more sympathy for that if he wasn't the person if he had not been the single biggest backer of Kavanaugh. But he was, and that's what kind of person he is. This feels like him trying to negotiate and get the Republicans on his side, and it's all very emotional, but it's not going to work. That feels like contempt. Not that it seems like any of them care. I think they will eventually when somebody finally goes to jail for it. Everybody else will be like, wow, but for now, contempt, schmempt. him talking about some things. This is, I call this my cruise ship card, but it's also, that's Mar-a-Lago. He will talk on some things, but it's like he's ducking and dodging, keeping his head out, not making eye contact, and ducking and dodging around some things that he really shouldn't. Boy, he's under a lot of pressure. Yeah, you guys deal with it. I'm not gonna deal with it. You guys work it out. I'm feeling contempt of Congress. That's what I'm feeling. We'll have to see what happens. But things just keep cropping up that say to me, he's going to have to testify. And to get there, he's going to try to sneak away, to skate away. But ultimately, this is not going to go well for him at all. And then he finally is like, well, okay, fine, you don't have to do all that. I'll do what you want. And then he comes forward with more information. But, all right, he comes forward with a lot of information. And I guarantee you, all of it will make him look like a hero. Somehow. That's Pelosi rolling her eyes. The usual committees. Democrats trying to ask reasonable questions, sometimes just wussing out. Wiffle ball? You whiff when you bat at something and it just goes right past. Like, you just miss completely. And the Republicans screaming that so-and-so isn't, the committee shouldn't be wasting their time on this, on and on and on. Yeah, I'm getting, nights. This is people coming in with stuff. Important people who know things coming in with stuff. The people who are close to the kings and the queens. Who know the information. So, that's what I'm getting. We'll see what happens. I am not always right. And then Trump's gonna Trump. And when he does go in to testify, he has to say it all, or he's going to be on the shakiest of shaky ground about the bad things that Trump did. That also, and Trump's reaction is going to be priceless. Bad. It's going to be bad, as always. Yeah. All right. So this is what I'm getting. I'm getting more of the same. Carrying the information and pulling out the one at a time to look at them, to give the Democrats, give the committee rather, just enough information. I don't know. He's a hard guy to read on because he's trying to be so good in his own mind. He is so good. In reality, someone who would take that job working for Donald Trump and would put up and hugely back Brett Kavanaugh for the Supreme Court. I mean, this is who we're dealing with here. So we are waiting for Mueller. Mueller testifying, Mueller really talking about the secrets for America, and by comparison, McGahn he's a bit player. He's a player, but considering what Mueller's going to have to say, and America secrets, and Mueller's showing the secrets to America, and here's Don McGahn trying to be more than he is. but also at the same time managing to be a complete weasel. So, yeah, that's what I'm getting. He's very slippery. All right, so we will see what happens, and thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much to my patrons. The channel would not exist without you. All right, so hang in there, everybody.